computer. I'm back with the milk, guys. Sorry.
Oh my God. That was aggressive. Welcome to another episode of Zig and Larry Ignore a Topic, where we are back with the milk.
Yeah.
I'm not certain what that means. Remember, we are not sponsored by HelloFresh. HelloFresh, that's right, meals to your door. We are not sponsored by at all. Do not use promo code Zig and Larry at checkout. It will do nothing for you. Also, Squarespace has nothing to do with us. So go check them out.
I just was making it because we had to skip
Magic Spoon.
and magic spoon. Stick it in your ass.
Also not
Magic spoon. There it goes.
our thing. Yeah, another week, Larry. Another week. But what do you do?
Fucked it up again. It's
I
on.
was gonna let you go. I wasn't
Nah,
gonna say shit.
nah. I went out for milk and cigarettes, and I got lost. And I'm sure you kids got real scared that Pop might not return, but here he is.
Actually, no, it just took a while to take the streamers down before you saw that they were up. We think Pop's gone for good. Happy birthday. What up?
Yay! Mom's finally free. No, I'd once again, last week was a real busy week. And all of a sudden it was go fuck yourself time, and I was getting on the road to Wisconsin and Minnesota. That's where I was. Wisconsin and Minnesota. And then didn't get home till like 5:30 on Sunday. And then Nicole and I commenced to drinking an entire bottle of rum last night.
Nice. Good for you.
Yeah, we
Like a pirate set adrift with one bullet in the gun. You gotta finish that bottle.
Yep. We've set sail, so
Was it good rum or was it like Don Q silver?
it was cracking.
See, I can see the allure of the Kraken. I feel like you're spending a lot more for an interesting bottle than you should be.
Mhm.
For it's decent for the money. I'd go for Goslings, but I think that might just be personal preference.
I prefer Kraken to Goslings just because I feel like Goslings is a little too heavy on the molasses flavor.
Yeah, maybe I just like that because that is what that would be like. My counter would be like, oh, the molasses. It's got that really thick, like darkness to it, which I like. It's still not my go-to, but it's
No, what I've been doing is spending the money on Papa's Pilar, which is the Ernest Hemingway.
which is page number 85 of the Kama Sutra.
It is. And,
Go ahead, let me try you
if
Papa's
you've not been
Pilar.
spending your money on that, you need to give it a shot because
If it does, put both thumbs in. If it doesn't make a noise, you're doing it wrong.
Oh, perfect. Excellent.
Ah!
What's that doing for you? I don't know, but I sure am getting a lot of hits on Chatterbait. So
Cures or causes piles, depending on your original situation.
yeah. But no, that's that rum. It's like the 3 different rums that are inspired by the Ernest Hemingway.
Oh yeah, I've never had, but no, I know what you're talking about. Sure,
It's
yeah.
real. It's good. It's good stuff. I splurged on a bottle of the stuff that's finished in the sherry casks, and wow, some of the best rum I've ever. It's just sipping rum. I mean, you throw a piece of ice in a glass and pour that on top. If you want to, you throw a little lime in there. Otherwise, you're just set for the night. And it is a fine rum. But yeah, we
Do they sponsor us?
let me see. Judges?
Rosalie?
It's just all middle fingers from the judges. Is that normal? Is that what we usually get? No, I will say, so Friday night, I was supposed to work with my buddy's band, but I was gonna do a little
Roadie
set.
work?
What's that?
Roadie work?
Hey, whatever pays the bills. I was gonna suck some dick if I needed to. There's a
Mm.
lot of truck stops betwixt here and there.
Doesn't make schlepping a bass drum look all that bad, does it? You don't even need mouthwash after that.
I don't know, man. Have you seen
It's a
something?
need-want situation.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I was supposed to I was gonna do a little set beforehand, do a little set during their break, and just get to hang out with my buddy, and we just talk shop. And he had an emergency he had to get back home for, so that meant a free Friday night. And Nicole got to come with me. And so we stopped instead of going to Iowa and then up to Minnesota, we went Wisconsin to Minnesota, and stopped in Beloit. I gotta I you would not believe Beloit, Wisconsin. You're a fun place to be, and
Hmm.
I'm hoping somebody.
In February.
It was like 32 degrees, real decent walking around weather. Our hotel was right around the corner from all the cool downtown spots. Um,
I had my AC on last night.
yeah, I had a light jacket. I am currently wearing a light jacket.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's Beloit was a fun place. We curated a very fine hangover. Um,
Nice.
yeah, well, you saw the pictures.
Is that you kept sending me pictures of like identical beers and shots, so I didn't know if you were taking pictures while seeing double or what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, like I told you before, my alcoholism is contagious.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It seems to have rubbed off on my wife. Did you know
I think she came that way.
she's come that way a few times?
Nice. There it is. Silver
There, boom,
platter.
boom, boom,
Serve it
boom,
up.
boom,
I'll set it up. You knock them down.
bike. Um, but yeah, did you know you only have to be 18 in Wisconsin to serve to?
I actually did know that. Yeah.
uh,
I'm not sure why, but oh, I was up in Wisconsin at a friend's lake house, friend's family's lake house, and I was teaching a bartender how to make a Manhattan from the other side of the bar.
yeah,
Yeah.
I yeah, this girl just all for whatever reason took to me and Nick, um, and became our buddy. And she was like, "Yeah, I'm only 18," and I was like, and like, I'm like, "Oh, my daughter's 18." Oh, oh boy. And
Mhm.
she's like, "That's okay." She goes, she's like, "That's fine."
That's okay. It's just like it's probably not terminal.
Yeah, exactly. And she was like,
She's immediately apologizing.
she asked, she's like, "What's she look like?" So I showed her a picture and she's like, "Wow, she's really pretty. She could make a lot of money up here." And I was like, "Yeah, wait, no, nope, nope. That girl does not get to 10 bar because she's so little. Zig, if we just sewed a suitcase handle to her back, she's just perfectly trafficable."
We've talked about this. I'm not allowed to sew things to people under any circumstance.
I know how many times I ask.
I watched the wrong kind of movies in the 90s.
The clergy keeps saying no.
Mm.
I did you don't know that I've man, I gotta get Drew's address. I got stuff to ship you boys. I've made
Ooh.
some stupidity. I made some stupid shit,
Is it
and
sloppy?
let me
What's the
see.
consistency? Does it make a
Um,
noise?
it's the consistency is moist
Mm.
yet firm.
So like a manatee?
Yes,
Okay.
like a manatee, like I was the entire time I was in Florida.
That was more clammy and firm.
Yes, yeah,
Mm.
yeah, fair enough, fair enough. I yeah, no, but I will say then we stay where I was playing Saturday night in Minnesota. The the closest fucking hotel was in La Crosse, Wisconsin.
How far is that from where you were in Minnesota?
Well, only about 20 miles,
Okay, so that's not
but about
insane.
a 38-minute drive.
How is that possible in country miles?
Because it was a lot of doing this
Ah,
number and 30 miles an hour and then back to 55, and then we're going through a three house town. Watch out.
turn left where the old barn used to be.
Yeah, watch out
Yeah.
for the sheep. And then yeah, so but I will say I was in Caledonia. And that is the county seat, and they're very proud of it. And at a place called working with Larry Reeb. Do you know Uncle Larry?
Hi, Larry. No,
Oh, you don't know Larry Reeb?
I don't think so.
Chicago legend, comic, Bob and Tom guy. Um,
Maybe if I heard some of the stuff, because I used to be a big Bob and Tom fan when I was. I mean,
yeah,
Bob and Tom's been around since I was a child.
yeah, yeah, and but yeah, old he's the one that's his part of his bit is like, hey, that's a friendly tip from your Uncle Lair. He's super Chicago, born and bred. And he and I've worked together before. And he walked in and he walks up, and of course he works with a lot of people. We all do, but I've been a fan of Larry's for ever. Well, like you said, since we were kids.
Mhm.
And so I was like, hey, and this is, and he's like, where'd we work together? And I was like, oh, it's over. We did this. And he's like, oh, shit. You used to have the big fuck off beard. And now it's a slightly smaller fuck off beard. All right. No, I remember you. I'm glad you're here because these shit kickers are probably going to try and hurt me. And I need a stout lad like you to get in the way. I could not be happier to be here with you.
I will qualify as your stout lad, but I'm going to need to see all my responsibilities on paper and notarized.
Yeah, I bring the contract everywhere I go, depending.
As a stout lad, I will not be working the bellows or the crank, just so we know.
Just I'd like to point this out. But yeah, we really oh dude, it was one of those that we walked in and we're like, this is a great room. Okay, bars over here. We've got seating all around. There's a stage with lighting. They can dim the house lights. Okay. What's going to go wrong? What is wrong with this room?
Please tell me radiation or racism or something interesting.
Well, the racism is there, but that's only
Ah,
because it's no, no, no. I don't want to say that. No,
Beloit?
no.
I
This
can imagine.
this is Caledonia,
Oh, I'm sorry, Caledonia. So you were in
Minnesota. Uh,
Minnesota. You were not in the 1700s. Okay, excuse me.
yeah. So we uh, uh, he's like, so do you know how the ticket sales are? And I'm like, no. I said, but we're getting pretty close to where they should be kicking people out and bringing the people that have purchased tickets in. And he goes, well, I'm going to go out and have a cigar. Why don't you ask? Well, I don't want to, but okay.
You're a stout lad.
I'm the stout lad.
You got to work the crank.
I'll do the bellows, but not the crank. Not this time.
Not according to Uncle Lair.
You signed you signed the contract. What else do you want? Um,
Welcome
so
to the Larry and Larry show in Minnesota. The old guy's the top.
yeah, pretty much. The stout lad just holds him up. So I go and ask the owner, and she said, yeah, the first show was so bad that no one wants to buy tickets anymore. We've had two other shows before you guys, and they were fine, but we're
Like
not
that night or like previous weekends?
no, previous weekends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, the first show I guess was so bad, and no one liked the comics, and they were that it ruined the room. She's like, we had about 100 people who had bought tickets. This room was filled, and she's like, I get that like comedy is subjective, and everyone's got different tastes. She's like, but these guys were just bad. And she's like, now the next couple acts we've had, the next couple shows, she's like, they've been fine. She's like, we just don't even try to sell tickets. We just leave the doors open and people come and go. And I was like, okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know. I was just curious. And on the inside, I'm like,
This excellent room has a stink of failure on it. Great. Thank you very much.
and I was like, fuck me. This is gonna be, and everyone's like sitting away from this. So there's that chasm. And it's 7:59. I look at Larry and I'm like, if we get started early, we could end early. And he's like, I'm down. Let's do it. And so I just go over to the owner. I'm like, you good if I just get started? And she's like, yeah, whatever. Okay. And so I went up and started my set, and I went up cold, because just for a lot of these road gigs, it's just the feature act and the headliner.
Mm.
There's no host, there's no nothing. It's just fuck. Yeah, you just get up there and do your goddamn best. And so I was doing crowd work and playing around with them. and all of a sudden they all start laughing and they're having a good, so they all start filling in, like coming up to the stage. I did my half hour. um and I'm pretty self-aware. When I bomb, I know. And I'll tell you, wow, I fucking sucked a dick. I afterwards, and then of course Larry goes up, fucking murders, because that guy's absolutely astoundingly good. He's got a couple, he's got a couple hack things in there, but everybody does. Everyone's got a little, where you're like, I'm gonna say this because I know it gets a laugh, and then it bridges to this next actually good joke.
Mhm.
Um, but had like the owner was like, she was like, oh my god, well, she and her husband gave us extra money, like we're already getting paid, and they're like, here, take this. She's like, everyone in here had such a
And
good
here's some
time.
skee ball tokens.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Honestly, if she'd given me a free game of pool, it would have been the best game night of my life. um but she was like, hey, this went this was fantastic. By far this is the best show we've ever had. I think um this is really gonna like turn this around. This gives us hope that maybe we want to try and keep doing this. And it was really cool. And like, she's like, you guys both by far just the best. And I was like, well, the next show you have are actually two friends of mine. And I'm like, those guys are great. They're gonna kill, and it's gonna, you trust me, you're gonna want to keep doing this, but you're gonna want to start selling tickets so that you're not hit. And then people are invested, they show up. I was like, small town like this, the word's gonna get around that holy shit, these last two shows um were so good that you guys got to,
Next time I come back through, you owe me double, but we'll talk.
yeah, we'll talk. um
I'll do the stuff where I take my dick out and make it talk like the pet detective.
mhm.
It's a bit that I do. It's only 45 minutes, but it's great.
It's fantastic. It's a whole, it's like it's like take Hamlet and mush it with Tropic Thunder, and that's
We
my
call
whole.
it porklet thunder. And so what we do is I take out my pork sword
Uh-huh.
and I do the whole to be or not to be thing with different levels and a couple of different fluids.
Yeah, yeah, and you get to guess what the fluids are by taste alone.
Regrettably, it's one of three.
Yeah, yeah. um
If I'm having a really dark night, it's the third.
Whatever the third is, whatever you think it is, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Going down a dick bleeding on stage hole right now.
Yeah, yeah, we probably shouldn't do that.
Brought to you by not HelloFresh.
Not HelloFresh. Goodbye, stale. But so all that said, they had black velvet Canadian whiskey.
Oh,
And
been forever since I've had that, I think.
it's because they don't sell it downstate. They don't sell it in Illinois. They don't sell it
Hmm.
downstate. It's only Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Michigan area. Here's why that's important to me. My stepmom used to be a model when she lived in Texas. She was a black velvet girl. So she,
But they had it in Texas, but not.
in the
Mm.
80s, yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
I don't,
Uh,
is that Canadian moonshine or no?
it's Canadian whiskey.
Yeah, not. I'm just saying moonshine is a colloquialism, but yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yep, it's Canadian, yeah.
Okay.
And so but yeah, she was on billboards, she was in magazines.
Hmm.
We actually, she doesn't listen to the show. She doesn't understand how podcasts work, and God love her for it. So we're actually, Nick emailed the company to see if we can get any of like the old pictures from the archives of her, because
Hmm.
she's got pictures of her in Muscle and Fitness magazine and a few other things, because that's what she used to do. But she doesn't, she was so sad she has none of the Black Velvet promos.
Oh,
And so, but I was telling the owner and her husband about this. I said, I've never tried it. I'm gonna go try it. And they're like, we'll send you home with a bottle. And I was like, no, 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 no. I'm not asking for that. I'll pay you. I mean, you want, and they're like, no, we'll set aside, we're good. I'll tell Jim, set a bottle aside. It's yours to take home to her. Take it home to your stepmom. And I was like, that's really cool. So I got extra money besides what I was already getting paid for the show, and a bottle of whiskey. But I'm not touching it. I'm gonna take it home to my stepmom because it's cool. And I
Yeah.
took a picture and sent it to her. I was like, look what I found. She's like, holy shit, I didn't know they still made that shit anymore. Like, yeah, I'm right here at the border of fucking Canada. I mean, it's Minnesota. It's southern Canada. It's might as.
Yeah, it's similar.
Mhm. So yeah, and then Nicole and I went back to our hotel, which was too far away from anything Saturday night to what like we are like, it's 6 blocks. If it was a nice night, maybe. It is not a nice night. It was like 28 degrees. We're like, nah, we got whiskey in the room. And so we had brought whiskey, not the gift whiskey.
Well, Mom, you lucked out because they wouldn't have brought whiskey. You would have got an empty bottle of Black Velvet. So look what we found, and not quite Canada.
I'll tell you, I'd have just filled it full of tea and then be like, here you go. Because she doesn't drink whiskey, and Dad isn't a big fan of whiskey. He's a tequila guy. So they would never, she's gonna use it as decoration, and that's fine. And I'll
Well, did you get shots of her like when she did the modeling shit? Did you ever like get a hold of anybody?
well, that's we just because we didn't even know the company was open. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then finding out that yeah, they're still distributing. So Nicole emailed them today. So we're fingers crossed waiting for a response.
Nice.
We can't imagine that they're too busy. Um,
I mean, there's 5 of them up there with I'd say 2 dozen teeth total.
yeah,
No, it's Canada. They have like probably 8 dozen teeth apiece. They have kid teeth in reserve, just waiting for them to
just
fall
in a
out.
stock for home security.
I know it's a big flex for a guy who's been missing a tooth for almost a year now, but it comes in 1 week,
Ooh,
a week and a half, week and a half. I get find
congratulations,
yeah,
buddy.
only 10 months without this fucking tooth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Are you excited?
at this point, I don't even care. It's just like fine. I had that. I spent $450 on like a retainer, like with a fakie in there. I think it wore it 3 times. I'm like, I
Yeah,
don't give a shit. I didn't move to Florida to not look like a fucking hobo, so I don't give a goddamn. But it'll be nice to be able to gnaw on a rib bone without having to like work it around one corner of your mouth.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I get that because I've still got the one in the back that
Mm.
isn't there. But I do a joke about having most of my teeth. Um and so it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. It's a fun little joke. Sorry. My phone distracted me for a second. It popped up.
You're gonna tell people that you have a joke, but you're not gonna say the joke.
No, I don't burn
No.
material.
I do this really great trick with a clit. Sorry, honey, I just don't do it anymore.
Yep.
Yep, that's where you're at.
Yep. It's where I'm at. That's what
Hmm.
I'm doing. My brain went away for a second. Oh, my face hurts. Why does my face hurt? It's killing you. I know.
I stopped myself, and you took the fucking dad joke out.
Yeah, yeah, I know. You know what else is killing me?
Hmm.
Splitsociety.org.
Very interesting transition. Sure.
It's killing me because holy shit. If you have Instagram, go follow spliffsociety.org on it's like the real Spliff Society on Instagram. The displays that Bradford is doing, his table displays are fantastic to all these events that he's going to. So you should go check them out. And then go hit up spliffsociety.org. Get yourself some hand rolled by artisan toasted palm leaves, all natural spliffs
Do they
with
have some of the rose hips?
yeah, they've got the rose cones.
Rose cone.
They got lotus, they got cocoa. They've got but yeah, there's no glue. There's no additives. You know what else there's none of, Zig?
Uh, colonialism.
Correct. No colonialism.
Mm.
There's no
Voodoo.
no, there's some voodoo.
Oh, there is? Is that why they don't use glue? So they utilize some manner of Santeria to get them to stick together?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Mhm.
Well, Sublime did not practice Santeria.
We do
Let's
not lick them or use glue to put them together. However, a small amount of goat blood will be in there. They are the only non-vegan fucking spliffs on the planet.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so fuck you. Um that's their new slogan. No, no.
No.
Check them out. They seriously though, go check out the Instagram page. The shit that they're doing is fantastic. I can't wait to see there's because like summertime. Oh, I got a little birdie told me that they've got a whole tent printed up with the Split Society stuff, and it's gonna be pretty rad.
So like a
And
going out in camping tent?
uh, like more like uh, a circus tent. Think
Uh,
think circus, but like acrobats that fuck.
what the fuck are you talking
I have
about?
no idea.
Okay. They're just gonna put this up in a field somewhere and say if you find us, you've won the golden ticket.
Yeah, sure, we'll
Okay.
go with that. I don't know. Um, no, they do a lot of live events. They do a lot of uh,
Oh, you're saying when they set up, they're going to have like a branded tent that you can
yes,
easily find in the crowd at these
that's the
events.
one. Yeah.
That's what I honestly did not know what you're talking about. There we go.
Oh,
That makes
really?
sense.
I thought you
I
were
th-
gonna.
no, no, no. I honestly, from what you said, I'm like, one of their merch is they're going to be like, it's a pup tent. You want to go get stoned out in the middle of the woods? We put our shit on the outside of it because why not?
I'm
That's
in.
not a terrible idea.
It's
I
not.
mean,
I'm in. I want to do that. But yeah,
because when Squatch comes to mess with you, he'll know you're down to party
just
or at
well,
least play ukulele.
speaking of Squatch, I got Squatch crotch currently. So check out splitsociety.org. And
And give a little bit to charity while you're at it, because every time you spend some money with them, they spend some money on a good cause.
yep, and use promo code Zig and Larry in all caps at the checkout. And it helps everybody out. So
And while you're doing that, subscribe to our YouTube channel. One of you.
yeah,
I dare you.
yeah, you will see me constantly looking down at this one mustache hair that's just sticking straight out that only I can see. And
Hmm.
also when I itched my ear.
I've
Uh,
been jerking off to both those images for minutes now.
yeah, I know, and it's slightly distracting, but it's okay.
Hmm.
I give it
Depends on what you're into.
smooches. Splitsociety.org. Catch the fever.
Not a registered trademark.
Not a registered trademark. Sorry, I heard a buzzing. I was perturbed.
Larry's tinnitus and or dementia is kicking in.
Sometimes
Now, hold on. There's a wasp caught in his microphone.
motherfucker.
All right. All right.
Speaking of creatures that don't belong,
The snake in my yard today.
yeah, no, that snake belongs there.
He
Like,
did. I looked it up. It's called a black racer. Those goddamn things are about 2 feet long. And I raked up some leaves yesterday in a big old pile. And today I was trying to put said big old pile in a bag to get rid of it. And one of the tines of the rake nicked this snake that was sleeping in there. And he darted roughly towards me. And I went, motherfucker, son of a bitch.
yeah.
He, of course, wants nothing to do with me. He just wants to get the hell out of the situation. And I pee a touch after I change my pants. I'm laughing at myself hysterically. I'm like, shit. All right, that's a pretty big snake just to be like there. I mean, it obviously can't hurt me, but you just don't want your leaves jumping at you with snakes involved.
No, no, leaves should not be springing toward you.
No, no.
Um,
And then I went down a rabbit hole to find out that there are some rattlesnakes that live in this area. I'm like, oh shit. Obviously, this was not one. This eats, like small lizards and squirrelings and things. But I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was an option. Uh,
well, since that is a great transition to the first thing that I wanted to bring up, because
I apologize.
today, Zig, we're talking about animals that don't fucking belong where they keep getting found.
2 foot black snakes fucking up my yard work.
Absolutely. But because Florida, you know what you have in Florida, Zig?
A lot of things. Give me a
Lot of
fucking give me a category. I'll go off for a while.
well, you've got a lot of
Oh,
people
Yeah.
that just go, hey, this snake that I bought, it's getting a lot bigger than I thought it was going to.
Yep. So let's let it out into the wild, where there
Yeah,
seems to be a lot of shit that it could probably catch and eat.
yeah, it'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Except that it's not fine because
No.
people have released a bunch of green anacondas.
Yeah. Yeah, not here so much in my general area, but I wouldn't be surprised if I saw one in a tree and I pissed myself a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, they are obviously they're not native
No,
to Florida,
no. South America.
and they are also not protected in Florida except by anti-cruelty law and can be humanely killed on private property with landowner permission because they're fucking up the environment.
So you're telling me I could get away with it if I see one in my yard and I hit it hard with a hoe,
Yeah.
and that's probably okay.
No, it's not probably okay. It's encouraged.
Well, I wouldn't even tell anybody I did it. I wouldn't like call around to the local media and say, "Come take a look at this," because I'm from the north, but I am currently living in the south.
Right. Did you here's what you need to know. Um, they estimate that there's between 100,000 and more than 1 million of those snakes. It's
That's a big number difference for me.
hard to keep track of the numbers.
Yeah, anywhere between 100,000 and a million or more or less.
Yeah, somewhere there's at least 100,000.
We know that for sure because there is no God. So there has to be at least 100,000 anacondas in your backyard. We're not sure how many there are, but we know there's at least that many just for your children's nightmares. Gotcha.
So mind your small dogs and your large dogs
Huh?
and your children and grandma. Don't let grandma out by herself. Because holy shit, grandma's probably gonna be cruising around her jazzy. And you thought gators might get grandma. A good chance that a green anaconda is gonna slither up and just take grandma and the jazzy.
You ever see that movie Anaconda where Angelina Jolie's dad gets regurgitated by one of those bastards?
Oh yeah.
That's gonna screw up your Wednesday, pal.
Yeah, you'll hardly be able to jerk off to that movie again.
I see him, I think her. It's a whole big thing.
It's a whole thing.
And it's only not because of her. It's just I see him, I think her, and then I think adopting children from overseas, and that's what does it for me.
Here's the other so that's not just green anacondas, Zig. There's yellow anacondas too down there. Pretty much
How do
they
you know the difference?
uh nope. Don't you trick me, you son of a bitch. I was gonna say it, and I'm not. Nope. No, I won't fall for your trickery again. You son of a bitch. Um, yeah, apparently between the green and the yellow anacondas, they're eating the Everglades.
And there's anywhere between 14 million and 18 umpteen billion of them currently in your sink.
There's there's anywhere between 6 and holy shit.
Good news, they're all in Florida now.
They're all they're all sitting in DeSantis's backyard.
Much like aging Jews, they are all in Florida.
And they're all on jazzies
They're all on chassis.
or driving Cadillacs.
Are green bigger than yellow? Do you know? I honestly don't know.
I don't know. D plus effort.
Okay, just make it
But the
up.
green anaconda
Nobody's
is the world's largest snake. So I'm okay. So that's
okay.
I scrolled down, got the fucking answer.
Well,
Boom,
the
bam,
the
boom.
problem there is though, then you have to worry about the yellow ones because they got the Napoleon complex.
It's true. Yeah, and so they're gonna try to eat the green ones.
Yeah,
Maybe they'll, there's just a snakehead eating its snakehead on the opposite side.
like the Orin from Neverending Story.
Yes.
Well, there goes any piece of credibility I ever had.
So, just so you know, Zig,
Yeah,
that may have been that snake, may have been a small anaconda, and you should have killed it.
Mm, pretty sure I can't take out a snake with a plastic rake, and I'm not going to try to bare hand that thing. I am not Bear Grylls, and I don't get a hotel room to go home to tonight. So it's like, if it wants to run away, then that's the goal.
Fair enough. And I know we've talked about this, but it's worth bringing up when we talk about animals that don't fucking belong there.
My Chihuahua. There's no business in this neighborhood. There are a lot of things around here that will kill it.
Yeah, there are. There's a lot of things around there that will kill it. And but maybe you should get him a gun.
Strap it to his back.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I'll look into it.
yeah, get him a little gun. Nothing crazy.
I'm not gonna give him a Derringer.
No, but like a semi-automatic 22 pistol.
Okay, yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
something you can
he can
handle.
handle that. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes
Ooh,
sense.
teach him how to get him. Let's build him a little tank. All right,
Okay,
and then
his back legs are going, so he's gonna need some manner of mobility scooter soon.
we'll get him a helmet,
Okay,
and then we'll teach him how to maneuver with his paws, and then just shoot
amazingly
the
on
shit
board
out of
so
it.
far. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm. What could go wrong?
there's nothing more comforting than an armed, betanked elderly chihuahua with cataracts and losing the ability to shit properly.
Correct.
Yeah,
There's what could go wrong.
nothing at
I
all.
I love this plan. I'm glad to be a part of it.
I got a Roomba, I got Alexa, and I got that thing. Holy shit!
It's is it screaming? It sure is.
Yeah, it's the first time he's had fun in a very long time. He doesn't chase the fucking squirrels anymore, he just fires upon them.
Twice a week, I pull him out, I spray him off, I spray the inside of the tank out,
Mhm.
dump it, put him right
Reload,
back in, and he just
reload
goes,
him.
and then off it goes. Little shit could not be happier. Um, I know we've talked about this before, but it was worth bringing up on this episode. Pablo Escobar's 80 cocaine hippos.
Oh God! So I've seen several different shows about this. That he brought the hippos to Colombia, and the thing with that is that they do really really well there. There's no like seasons that like stem the tide of the herd. It's their perfect element. There's nothing that could hurt them. They were trying to. I know that they were trying to like sterilize them for a while,
Mhm.
so they would quit breeding. I don't know if that's still a thing. I'm not sure how many are still there, but I know that there's people in Colombia whose job it is to look at them and go, "We're fucked."
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. That's the story is called 80. Uh, but we are at the point now where it's a herd of up to 120.
Anywhere between 80 and 100,000 hippos.
14 and 300 million hippos have teamed up with the 1 billion anacondas in Florida. They've been sending just cranes back and forth, just messaging with each other.
Are they doing anything with them now? Like there was like all these plans, like they didn't want to kill them, and they didn't really have the ability to. They were trying to sterilize them somehow, but I'm not sure if they were like going to try to trank them and just like neuter them, or like what the fuck the plan was
That is
there.
still the plan, is to just a mass sterilization. Um, Although Colombian authorities have decided to start a mass sterilization effort to deal with the animals shortly after, God damn it, United States, a U.S. court declared the animals people.
What?
D plus F.
That sentence doesn't mean anything. The animals are people. No, that's two different things. The plants are now Buicks. What the fuck are you talking about?
Those roses are an Escalade.
No. The
Nope.
courts have decided that this pen is now the moon. What the fuck are you talking about?
That judge over there decided my penis was a national monument. And that's why I can show it to school children.
That's apropos. That's why they're having field trips. Come to my crotch. You want a
Yeah,
picture with it?
we
And why does a U.S. court get to decide what Colombia does with their fucking weird hippo
right?
situation?
I don't know. None of this makes any sense. But what kills me,
You, What the fuck is going on? No, no, you can't touch those. Your hippos are people. Well, then no more cocaine for you. Well, it's not the 80s. We don't care that much anymore.
We don't care that much about cocaine. We've got legal meth now.
You've
Isn't
been to
that right,
Oregon?
little Jimmy?
You've been to Oregon? You do a lot of weird shit in Seattle.
Uh-huh. Boy, oh boy, do I love Adderall. I can go to Colorado and get decriminalized mushrooms, and then I can steal my kids Adderall, and then I can pop 8 Xanax that were prescribed to me, and I'm about to have a real good month.
I'm gonna get stuff done and then chill out.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna solve the problems of the fucking universe. But I just it doesn't make any sense to me that the United States will protect things that regularly kill children.
Yeah.
But the moment that it's our fucking time to shine, hey, there's 120 hippos. We need to thin out the herd. No, no, no. Those guys look like my Uncle Murray. Can't do that.
Those guys are people.
I instead of just sending like 28 rednecks in lifted Ford pickups and fan boats and just cases of bushlight and fireball and be like, head that way, boys. We'll pay for the shotgun shells. Yee fucking ha. Nope, we're like, hey, 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 hey. They don't belong there. No, we know that. We'd like to get rid of them. No, let's sterilize them instead. For the fuck, then no, shoot them in the head.
You don't need to thin the herd. You need to have a really, really good buffet at the state fair. That's what you need.
I you know, that shit's gotta be marginally tasty if you
You could cook you just get fucking Emerald down there. He's somebody
just
that
bam.
just enough tenderizing and shredding. I mean, you can braise
Fucking
anything.
Guy Fieri would find a perfect way to deep fry that.
Fucking ranch dressing, probably put a truffle on it, call it a day. God
Yeah,
damn it, that's
I would
amazing.
look if Guy Fieri walked up and was like, "Hey, we just slaughtered a whole bunch of cocaine hippos, and I made trash can nachos out of them. Would you like to try it?" I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, Guy Fieri.
I'm first in line.
Let's do shots of tequila, and then just hit the fucking. Let's just fucking go. I will fight a hippo to hang out with you right now. I'll fist fight a hippo."
After his whirlwind tour of fighting random people in the street, Larry Smith has succumbed at 44 to being eaten by a hippo because some hills could not be conquered.
um,
He ran at it with a tack hammer. It was impressive. Did
oh,
not last long.
not the right hammer.
No.
Poorly chose the wrong hammer. A bigger hammer. Uh,
How big? Missile big.
well, you know how he always carries like a 10-pound sledgehammer in his Prius. Yeah, he left that behind and picked up the finishing hammer and went, let's make it a game. And that was the last we heard.
I don't even know. Hand you a 10-pound sledge. Like, go kill that hippo. What about the other 119 hippos?
I,
I don't even know if I can take this one. I mean,
I,
you can't move quick with that sledge. We're gonna put it on YouTube, so it's fine. We're gonna finally get some
if you
hits.
live, think of the hits. Think of all the bookings
Mhm.
you'll get. Fuck. Speaking of more things that don't belong where they were, we had a mountain lion right here in Springfield.
Nice. Where's that
Uh,
mounted now?
uh, yeah, they did. They ended up killing it,
Yeah.
which is shit. Because they just kept saying, "Don't bother it. Watch your small animals. Watch your pets. Watch your children." But it's obviously it wandered through here. It's on its way, trying to get through, and then it stuck around for a little too long.
Mhm.
And then its biggest mistake is it stuck around the rich neighborhoods,
Yep.
and the rich people bitched enough that somebody from DNR finally showed up and was like, sorry, big guy. Bop. But that was the thing when the story popped up on Facebook, my dad tagged me in it. And I'm like,
What?
what, okay. I mean, I'll watch the dog, But I'm telling you, if I see that mountain lion, Zoe's forfeit, man. I don't
Yeah, no.
know. Zoe and the neighbor dogs and maybe the neighbor's kids. I don't know, but I'm
Mm?
going inside. I'm going inside. I'm gonna find a shotgun. I'm going to bide my time.
I saw that one shitty little kid pissing his lemonade. I'm that one's gone. I don't care.
I
He's
that
not.
one,
He's never going to be mayor of something. It
yeah,
doesn't
no,
matter.
that kid at best is gonna be night manager of a Taco Bell
Hmm.
for like 3 weeks at best before they discover that he's been jerking off in the bathroom.
Hmm.
So no, thank you. But yeah, it. It was a large mountain lion. He just decided, oh shit, there's a whole lot of food around here, and I'd kind of rather eat than fuck right now. And so he stuck around, and like I said, I think maybe somebody's prize poodle went missing, and it may have growled at somebody's shitty kid, one of the like rich privileged kids named like Braxton or some bullshit, and
Ah, children's names. That's okay to judge. Thank you for supporting me.
whoop, brought it right around. I have a whole bit about not I'm not gonna do it, but I have a whole bit
Just keep
about
telling people about all your fun. It's like there's a you can call me on it. You can't.
come see a live fucking show. I'll probably where our listeners are, except for Poland, I'll be there. But yeah, just how we should wait to name kids until we get to know them a little better, because there's a whole lot of like King James running around when really their names should probably be Corky.
This is my son. He started off as Charles. Now he's Sparkles.
That's Skippy. Um, I just called this one Boy for a while. Now I call him Boss because this kid is fucking rad. Holy shit! Um,
Why
got
is
pulled over.
Skippy's in the yard with his head in a hole? Why is that? He says he's looking for China.
You gonna stop? No, no. This is the
No,
best.
just every once in a bit, you just got to pull that worm out of his ear, but he's mostly harmless.
He's fine. But what's Corky doing? Oh, he's counting the nipples on the dog. He says he's made it up to 43.
And that's a stuffed dog.
That's a yeah. Yeah, this is why we're not allowed back in Build-A-Bear. You know what else we're getting in Illinois that doesn't belong here? Fucking armadillos, dude.
Really? They've gotten that far north.
Yeah, thanks climate change. Even
Nice.
my old man is concerned about that. He's like, yeah, when armadillos start getting this far north, we've got problems. And I'm like, oh, pop. Oh, we get it now. Yeah, we they're coming up northier, dude.
I've seen dual survival. You can eat those.
They carry leprosy.
Yeah, yeah. You don't want to eat a lot of them.
What's nice is they come in their own bowl.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you cook them right, and you just you cut like a chipotle burrito bowl right there. You just pull the tail, give it a slap, fling that off to the side, and go
Hold on, I just want to do this real quick. They carry leprosy. Yeah, but they carry it for others.
down. Oh,
Isn't that nice?
yeah.
Till they're done with it, then it's your problem.
I do like that they are referred to as tactical possums. I'm just looking at a picture of them.
Now I'm considering just like strapping a bunch of like quarter sticks to it, slapping it in the ass, and shooting at my shitty neighbor across the street. What'd you do? I shot a tactical possum at it. Took out half the porch. I would say for a first assault, it's good. We have peace talks starting next week, but for one tactical possum, I would say it was a successful assault.
We got to be careful though, because he has anywhere between 15 and 10 million green anacondas that he's ready to launch towards me.
That we have mildly awoken with one tactical possum.
One tactical possum. How many tactical possums does it take to take out a battalion? Um. All right, just because I'm just watching my time, because there's one story I definitely want to get to.
Okay.
Um, well, two, but we're gonna do these two quickly. You heard about the 5'3" gator that was captured at Humboldt Park, correct?
I actually did, yeah.
Yeah, fucking
Which isn't near as big as they can get, but that's pretty impressive for Humboldt Park.
yeah. And what I love though,
Hold on, for those kids in the back, Humboldt Park in what state, Larry?
Illinois,
In what city, Larry?
Chicago. My favorite though is its name.
And
Do you
Humboldt
remember its
Park,
name?
at least 20 years ago, was kind of a rough neighborhood.
Still is. Yeah. I do you remember its name?
No, I didn't know the
Chance
name.
Chance the Snapper.
As in, there's an excellent chance he's gonna take you from the fucking knee down.
uh,
Which is impressive because if a 5'3" person comes at me, I'm not gonna be that worried. But a 5'3" gator charges me, I got issues.
yeah. It, I don't care if it's like a 3-foot gator. That thing is still going to take a chunk out of you.
Yeah. I might still win, but at what cost?
Yeah, yeah, a pinky toe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that they refer to it as he was taken into custody at 1:30 a.m.
By a bunch of people in Chicago. We are not trained for this.
It was just a bunch of guys that
Get that guy Smith with his fucking sledgehammer. This seems like he failed with the hippo, but this seems like a job for Larry Smith. He'll drive anywhere within a set 1 day radius for a job, so he'll come over.
you're
He'll
not
crank that
wrong.
fucker on the head.
Come at me, you son of a bitch. Yeah, but I would have fought that gator. But I love that they took him alive. I am shocked though, because it's Humboldt Park. I'm shocked that when they closed down like all the basketball courts around that lagoon, that somebody was like, "Oh hell no," and just went pap 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 pap. Because wasn't it a few years ago that a cop killed a cougar in an alleyway in Chicago?
I'm not gonna call you out on it, but I don't remember anything about
I
that.
I didn't look it up. I meant to. I'm
When
right.
I was still living there, like more than a year and a half ago.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
No,
like
I don't remember that at all.
maybe I'm just brain facting.
No. You could just because I didn't hear about it doesn't mean it's not true. You know,
But yeah, if
you know,
I
you know.
eh, you don't pay attention to anything.
No, not at all. Unless it's coming at me through the leaves.
Correct. or it's a tactical possum.
It's hard to ignore a tactical possum.
What's that possum doing?
That's a T-shirt right there. A possum with just like armed to the teeth and just in wingdings or some manner of italics. It's hard to ignore a tactical possum.
Well,
And just have it be like the loudest shirt possible. Like, you know what I mean? The writing is so small. So when somebody sees a shirt, like, what the fuck is that? It's hard to ignore a tactical possum. Oh, fair play.
so that's the next Otis design.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just a bottle of booze in one hand and a gun in the other, all scared out. Just
Some manner of dildo with a spike on it as a club. It's just one of those big, like the American Challenge, the Great American Challenge, with nails through the head of it, like a damn mace. It's going to be difficult to draw and have it come off, but I think if you can do it, it's amazing. That's a tactical puzzle.
I think I can. I think I can do that. Speaking of gators where they don't belong, recently one was um, captured in Brooklyn,
Oh,
and it has a bathtub stopper stuck in it. This one's
wait, what? Brooklyn, New York. Item: Brooklyn, New York. An alligator with a bathtub stopper stuck in it. No more information. Was caught somewhere in Brooklyn.
so it's 4 foot long and 15 pounds.
It was a skinny fucker.
Yeah, apparently not.
Somebody
Skimming this.
Somebody was able to hold it down and stuff a plunger in.
Yeah. Yeah, you eat this. Okay, all right, because I gotta try and end this episode at a reasonable amount of time. Like his thing. So yeah, they found this, they were like, yes, she was tired and cold. And they're like,
where was the tub stopper stuck in it?
and it's like it had eaten it and it stuck in its
Okay, because you have
intestine.
to be more like swallowed it. You have to say you can't say stuck in it.
Well, I mean, technically,
It's a device used to
not
plug a
wrong,
hole.
and it did plug.
Well, from the inside. Okay, come see, come see.
Come see, come sock. All right.
$1, $1. Come on in. Come see, come sock. It's a crusty sock. Yes, but it's got the little lines up at the ankle. Great.
Excellent. Like
This way to the egress. It works every time.
so. This bear. Speaking of New York City, this bear was born in New York. Was then
New York State or New York City?
I
I'm
guess
sorry, for real.
I don't know New York City. Yeah, NYC.
Okay.
Fucking matter.
Well, yeah. Is it born in the zoo? Was this bear born in Central Park? Was it born on the Lower West Side? Like, I need to know where the bear was born. If it was born in the zoo,
Manhattan. It was born in Manhattan.
it's a posh ass fucking bear.
Oh man, this bear is such a fucking bitch. You cannot believe. No, this bear is fucking rad as fuck. So it was born in New York City, given to the St. Louis Zoo, and this son of a bitch, this little sun bear, keeps fucking escaping. Um,
Yeah, see, that's why it's important though. You say a bear was born in New York. I'm thinking like a grizzly. Like I'm thinking like somehow there's like a family of grizzlies that are living in an alley somewhere.
no, this is. I mean, still, it's a sun bear. It's still a fucking bear. It's like
Yeah,
everyone's like pandas are so cute. It'll still eat your face.
if it gets around to not fucking and actually gets off his ass one in a second. But yes, it'll kill you.
Exactly.
You're proud
Um,
enough.
so twice in a month, this fucker has escaped his habitat in St. Louis at the St. Louis Zoo.
That's why they gave him away. You guys in New York are like,
In New York's like, here, he's your problem now. So twice now, the St. Louis Zoo um, staff has had to like call in their support staff to come recapture the bear while they're getting all the patrons in. We should go inside now. There's a bear. Go inside. We're gonna lock these doors.
they have some manner of reservists just in case the sun bear pulls a Houdini again and knocks gets out of his clothes. Like, what are you gonna do? I don't know, eat a tourist or something.
They added that to the habitat. They made it even after the first time. They made it more secure by adding stainless steel cargo clips rated at 450 pounds tensile strength. And then the fucker broke out again. So they've got him on lockdown. He's not allowed out in the like in the his enclosure until they can figure out how to keep his little ass in there. And he looks so damn smug in the picture. He's sitting like on a rock, just like, hey. And I want to hang out with Ben. I don't think that Ben and I would have any problems. I think he might growl at me. I'd scooch him behind the ears, and then he and I go get drunk. I know some really good places in St. Louis that really
Mostly, mostly strip clubs, depending on the
they,
area.
they do love bears where I go. All right, here's the last one, and I've been saving it. It's just this fucking headline, and then we'll get into it. But highly intelligent and possibly invincible super pigs are invading America. Fuck.
Okay.
I'm just letting you catch up.
So there's a couple of different things with that. There's more than a couple. How many do you want? So this just screams like a Marvel off comic from like 1997.
Yes.
Some manner of like wicked scientists are just pumping them full of like
You're
Albert
so
Einstein's
far, you're
semen.
closer than you fucking think.
What?
So it's a special breed of hybrid super pig from Canada who've started to travel south into the northern United States.
People have been breeding them?
A hybrid breed of super pig, a mix of domestic pig and wild boar, is running wild in Canada, and now they have their sights set on the United States.
Hmm.
Originally crossbred to help farmed pigs grow larger and tolerate the cold temperatures of Canada. A drop in the market about 2 decades ago led these apparently Canada learned nothing from Pablo Escobar or Florida man. A drop in the market about 2 decades ago led some farmers to let their hybrid pigs run free. Now they're running very free, according to Field and Stream. That's right, Field and fucking Stream is what's reporting on this. The super pigs are coming south, likely heading to Montana, North Dakota, Minnesota, and Michigan.
You know what really it says a lot about our society that you said Field and Stream, and I immediately went, I trust that source. I don't know why that was my initial reaction. I know nothing about that publication, but I'm
Field
like,
and Stream, and this is Popular Mechanics that popped up for me.
I 100% buy anything from those two sources. I don't know why, as opposed to anything on any major network.
Same,
Okay.
absolutely, 100%. You know, because you know who didn't laugh last. Sorry, you know who didn't last? FHM magazine. You know who else didn't? Maxim magazine.
Hmm.
You know who has endured for like 100 fucking years? Field and Stream and Popular Mechanics.
So what we need to do, you and I, as a humanitarian effort, we need a place in a central location, central-ish, in the states. I'm thinking Paducah, Kentucky.
Hmm.
Someplace it doesn't have to be in Paducah, but around Paducah. Paducah, I think, would be a good place to start. And we need to fence off 12 to 1,200 different square miles.
Sure, sure.
And in that, we need to put every single rampant Colombian hippo between the 100,000 and 1 billion snakes that don't
Uh-huh.
belong,
Uh-huh.
the super pigs,
Yes.
and one really, really intelligent bear. Throw them all in there and see what happens. The winner,
Gets to be president?
I would say no. The winner we're just going to dump on North Korea.
I mean,
They need food and entertainment.
throw it at the Kremlin too.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Um, the super pigs are proving hard to eradicate.
Because they're super and super intelligent.
Um, the cold hardiness of the hybrid pigs means they survive well. That means other native species don't. Wild hogs feed on anything. They gobble up tons and tons of goslings and ducklings in the spring. They can take down a white-tailed deer. Originally, it was like, wow, this is something we can hunt. But it's become clear that they're threatening our white-tailed deer, elk, and water elk.
Elk.
Fucking elk. Fucking elk. Jesus Christ. Elk. White-tailed deer, like if you've got enough gumption and a good right hook, you can survive an attack. But a goddamn elk?
That's like moose light.
Yeah. Yeah, it's halfway betwixt
Yeah.
the deer and the moosin.
And it's closer to the moose enough to be like, I don't want to tangle.
No, no. It's like an elk is like a horse with antlers. It is.
But they are delicious.
Oh my god, yeah.
Elk saddle is spectacular.
It certainly is. Um, let's see. International North Dakota. Sorry, I'm trying to.
Dun, 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 dun,
The super
dun,
pigs have
super
become
pigs.
adept at fending off recreational hunters, sometimes with entire sounders. The term for a group of pigs generally led by mature sows. That's a sounder.
Ah, thank you.
Turning nocturnal to avoid the hunting. So they aren't normally nocturnal, but because they're like, oh, hunters are out during the day, now we live at night. So they and then they'll disperse, like they'll break up and change their patterns so you can't find them easily. Um so what they're trying to do is what they call the Judas pig. They will capture a pig, they'll strap a GPS collar to it,
Tactical pig.
and then that will lead hunters and game officials to the sounder. And the last sentence, deception may be our only hope.
Wait a minute. So where are they getting this pig that they're strapping the GPS to? That's just a domesticated pig?
I don't know if it's a domesticated pig or if it's one of the, like when they disperse, they find one that's like by itself and they can trank it enough that
Okay.
then they can strap the GPS to it and then they can follow it. I here's
I'm just thinking like a domesticated pig, and all I can picture is Steve Buscemi. Like, hello, fellow teenagers. It's like, this guy's a lot smaller than us, and he's beeping. Like, I don't know if if I don't know if he's one of the crew. You know what I mean?
maybe we should eat him.
Quinn, you're a jet. You're a jet. Kill that pig.
But because like there's in Arkansas and I think Alabama and maybe Louisiana, there are places where you can pay and they will put you in a helicopter with a machine gun and you can shoot wild hogs from the helicopter.
Like Platoon.
Uh-huh. Because they are such a nuisance species.
That one's Willem Dafoe, and that one's Willem Dafoe, and that one's Willem Dafoe. I hate Willem Dafoe.
So who Andrew Zimmern is, correct?
Yeah, yeah,
Bizarre Foods guy. He was
yeah, huh? Yeah, chef
um
and TV guy.
yeah, he went on a wild boar hunt. From and these guys, but he was I think Florida dudes or maybe Louisiana. They were on fan boats and they had uh they were using 223s, so like an AR.
Okay.
But they were also, those weren't getting far enough in to the pig to kill it. That's how thick. The 223 round is, if it's a full metal jacket, from experience, I will tell you, it goes through an 1.5-inch steel plate. It was hitting the pig, and so what they would have to do is use double-aught buckshot and 12-gauge slugs to slow it down so that they could put multiple 223s into it so it would finally kill it. Like they would just shotgun it and rifle one hog. That's how thick their skin is. And it took multiple rounds of them just pop 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 boom pa, and finally they'd be like, and then it would still be alive, and they'd have to jump off and use a knife to slit its throat so that it would finally like bleed out and die. That is how tough these fuckers are. But then they took it back and they made a very nice dinner out of it.
Yeah, well, it was already ground pork. I mean, like, you got to spit the pits out. Ting, ting, ting.
That's the thing. It wasn't going deep enough into the body to get to the internal organs. That's how tough its hide is.
Okay, so you with a sledgehammer, you get to go up against
Nope.
a crocodile, or you get to go Hubble Park
5-foot croc or alligator. Okay.
alligator. One out of a possible 120 hippos. Their friends may or may not be around, and Andrew Zimmern's dinner. Which one is not on the menu for you?
Wait, which one do I feel like maybe I can't?
You can't best.
I think my best chance is with the gator.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, fair enough.
I feel like
after this,
I feel like the hippo is the.
I'll say after this we'll do Roman Colosseum style. Just you in the Colosseum as a bestiary. I'll give you your sledgehammer of choice, but that's what you're getting.
Can I have one with the hammer on one side and the axe blade on the
No,
other?
no, no, no. Just something that comes from Lowe's. That's what you're getting.
Oh, that's a splitting maul. Then I can do that.
Okay. So yeah. So you want to go up against the hippo or one of these boars?
I think the better chance was with the boar.
Okay.
The
Okay.
hippo is just so. That's a lot of water cow coming at you.
It's water horse, isn't it?
Oh, it's fucking terrifying, is what it is.
There's only 5 teeth in there. I don't want a fucking part of any of them.
I
Leave
don't
them alone.
know. Oh, cute. Yeah,
Mhm.
you see, that one tooth is the size of my leg. No, thank you. And that's the worst part. At least a hog will try to kill you before it eats you. Hippos will just swallow you.
But they don't even eat meat.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, out of spite, maybe.
There's I read a story about a dude that was just at
We've
the
already talked about this, and I still was like trying to figure it out because hippos are not omnivores. I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure they eat whatever the fuck they want.
I mean, if you're that big, then on Rin, you're full of coke. Sure, in Colombia, why not? The land of Sofia Vergara's tits.
Yep, mostly herbivorous appetite, made up of about 80 pounds of grass each night, as well as fruits found during nightly scavenges.
Hmm.
However, um, a 2015 study by the Mammal Review shows hippos
Oh,
occasionally feed on animal carcasses.
oh, okay. So,
But if they feel like you're invading their territory and you're just a dude at the edge of the river trying to wash out your weekly underpants, and
weekly, you poor
it,
bastard.
and it pops up out of the water and you go, oh no, and it just hump.
Well, I knew they'd kill you. I knew they'd kill you to get you the fuck away from 'em. I didn't know they'd kill you and eat you.
This dude, they,
Mostly herbivores, but they will commit homicide just if you're pissing them off.
yes, they
I'd
will.
rather have a kiwi, but I will eat your carcass to prove a point.
Yep. You got to respect it. You got to
Mhm.
respect it.
You do, otherwise you're
They
dinner.
will fucking murder you.
Yeah, yeah. Otherwise, you get to slowly turn into a smaller and smaller version of puddle of you
Yeah.
inside of a hippo.
Yep. So what did we learn today, bud?
We are not brought to you by HelloFresh.
Yep.
We
That's
learned that. We learned that it's really, really creepy to try to pick up a female bartender in Wisconsin if you don't ask for ID first.
correct. Yep.
Yep. And see, I don't even know if I believe in invasive species. I think it's our problem. We brought them there. Let them fight it out. I mean, it's mostly our problem. It's not like they got there themselves.
We made a breed of super pig.
Yeah, we did. So let them. We'll
That's
see what
on
they can do.
us.
Yeah, it's definitely on
That's how
us.
you get orcs.
My brain immediately went. That's how we get ants. No, that's how you get orcs.
Yep. This is
Yeah,
how we get orcs. Because
intelligent.
you know that some hillbilly, and I'm not saying it could be a Canadian hillbilly, it could be a Minnesota hillbilly, and if it makes it far enough south, it could be an Arkansas hillbilly. I don't know. But some hillbilly's gonna fuck one of those super smart pigs.
Between super smart hillbilly pig orcs and Chat GPT becoming Skynet, we're fucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although that makes for a very interesting crossover video game. Orcs versus Terminator.
Ooh. Man, I think we need to do a
One
whole
idea at a time. Tactical armadillo or tactical possum first.
tactical possums first, and then orcs versus or, orcs versus Armageddon.
Orcs versus Terminator versus Alien versus Predator.
Versus Julia Child.
With a sledgehammer.
Yes. Our only hope. Humanity's last hope. All right, pal.
What did you learn?
I learned that I thought this would be a
Getting out of
fun
this.
topic, and now I'm terrified
Good.
because I feel like I'm gonna wake up someday and be all groggy and be like, "Oh, what happened?" And somebody's gonna hand me a splitting maul and be like, that way. What the fuck? Oh, can I have some coffee and maybe a piss first? But trust me,
Maybe.
you'll piss when you see what you're about to walk into.
Piss later. Mall now. There's anywhere between 100,000 and a million anacondas in the backyard.
No,
Start mauling.
I don't want to fight anacondas. That's a lot.
Light up the tactical fucking possum and start mauling.
How many tactical possums do I get?
As many as you can hold down and strap shit to.
I'm in. Okay, now we're talking. All right. I'm going to go eat my dinner.
Very good.
I sure hope that picked up on that microphone. And if it didn't, we're going to leave it at that. I love you, pal.
I love you back.